Open skies, what is it? Okay, so this is one of the backstories that are going on right now. And there's a treaty called Open Skies that's been around since '92, but it wasn't implemented until 10 years later in 2002. So it hasn't been around for decades. It's been around since 2002. So what is that? 17, 18 years? Anyway, what this is, and I listened to Glenn Beck's video on it the other day, and his take was absolutely incorrect. He was wrong, his research was wrong, and I don't know why he was doing it, but I read the whole thing. I read it so you don't have to. Okay, so Open Skies is basically a policy that I believe around 34 countries are involved in. And what it does is it gives kind of transparency to our countries that they're allowed to spy on us and we're allowed to spy on them on their land. So we fly our planes and they fly our planes. But this is the thing. The type of aircraft that they use, it's, we're going to have MiGs all over the United States. We're going to have, they're going to have bombers all over Russia. And something's going to happen, which is exactly why the type of aircraft is limited. You can only use a specified type of aircraft with certain types of equipment and certain types of sensors, and there are certain paths that you can take. Why then, in the news, does the current POTUS, Donald Trump, want to remove us from the Open Sky Treaty? There are a couple reasons in my estimation, okay? Russia has been kind of not letting us go over some places you're allowed to go, so you're kind of breaking the treaty. And the other one is globalism, that I think that the left pushes a lot more than globalism, and I think that the right definitely pushes nationalism, which I think that's also why the left has, and is why the left has portrayed nationalism as some type of, World War II style European country that was causing an issue at the time. Propaganda. See, I can't even say the word. I can't even say the word, or I'm worried about this getting taken down. So, nationalism versus globalism. And we want to remove ourselves from globalism as much as we can, because not every country is part of this contract, but also you got countries that could be selling this information. They want to see what we're doing, we want to see what they're doing openly. The other issue is why are we doing this? When we have all these spy satellites, we're spending millions of dollars. I think it was actually in the billions, though. A low, like 1.83, something like that. That we're spending on fueling ancient jets, and these are really, really old airplanes. They look like the Boeing, the Pan Am, the Boeing, the 7 series, the 700, the smaller ones. I'm saying the numbers wrong, but it looks like one of the smaller, the Boeing or the Pan Am airplanes. They're really old, and a lot of fuel, a lot of time spent, a lot of personnel, and it's of course more dangerous too, because anytime you put people into the mix, you're going to have problems. I talked about this in one of my earlier videos too. Military has more training accidents per year most of the time than you'll ever realize, and we usually lose more people in training than you ever do in combat. I mean, short of an all-out war. What was it? Gettysburg, we lost 50,000 in one day. Vietnam, we lost 50,000 over 10 years. We lose 46,000 a year in alcohol-related car accidents. So it's really perception. Anyways, but I wanted to go over Open Treaty a little bit more, so you guys get a perspective of this. Well, so looking at pulling out of this, and this was they're expected to announce the exit from Open Skies Treaty. The Democrats are going to talk about this a little bit more. Okay, I don't know how they can spin it to make it look good, like the president's doing something bad, but they're going to say, it's going to break down our international relations. You could say that. It's an argument for that. There's also an argument for pulling out. The decision to leave the treaty was signed in yes, it's already drawn condemnation by the Democrats in Congress. The treaty was signed in '92. And it went into effect in 2002, allowed 34 members to conduct unarmed surveillance flights over one another's territories, okay? And again, I didn't even know this was happening. And I don't think most Americans knew that they had Russian jets flying over the United States. And we're trusting that these nations are doing what they say that they'll be doing. I think that is a big leap to say. So Analysts fear the developments are likely to prompt a new and dangerous arms race with Moscow. And CNN reported, of course, the trusted name and networking there, has reported the U.S. military is set to test a new non-nuclear mobile-launched cruise missile. It's like an ICBM, developed specifically to challenge Russia in Europe. Look, we're already seeing the development of military technology beyond what we even thought was possible years ago. And I think the U.S. military might be concealing a lot of those facts. I mean, China has a lot of development, and it was even. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it was even. How am I saying this? I read an article where they're making kind of a jump that the UFO that was spotted in 2004 by off of the USS the Nimitz, or wasn't the Nimitz? The big video that was going around where the Navy pilot saw the UFO, and they're saying that it was possibly a Chinese aircraft. So whether or not that's accurate or has any validity or any evidence backing it up, I don't know. But if that is a fear, then I'm not really sure if this is going to help or hurt us. But it's something that we can have a discussion with. The Democrats have been quick to criticize the impending announcement. Pulling out of the open skies is an important multilateral arms control agreement. You know, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I think it's a good thing. We went into this treaty, and I don't think we would have gone into this if the American public knew about this. You know, now that we're in it, you know, pulling out is much more difficult than penetrating the, you know, making the treaty, whatever, you know, going into there. Anyways, I'm saying a lot of things. So, yeah, that's open skies. I know it's a quick video on that. Take it as you will. Yeah, that's everything.